Lagos State government issues relocation notice to illegal stall owners on drainage setbacks in Akbongo, Lagos Island. Federal government seeks tougher penalties over flight delays, cancellations. On the 14, authorities evacuate thousands of residents as new fast-growing fire ignites near Los Angeles. And in sports, Nigeria forward Taiwo Awuni debunks reports of leaving Nottingham Forest. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. The Lagos State government has issued a 48-hour ultimatum to traders operating under Akbongo Bridge and traders operating on the drainage setback on Lagos Island to vacate, preparatory to the commencement of urban regeneration of the area. Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, issued a notice while addressing the media at an inspection tour to Savage, a Wombata drainage channel around Oluwu Akbongo axis in Lagos Island, saying that negative human activities in the axis massively contribute to flooding and posed serious threat to lives and properties of residents. Wahabu observed during the inspection that traders selling livestock have also converted under the Akbongo Bridge to a ranch and livestock market, ordered an immediate relocation of the livestock traders to designated markets, saying they are contributors to blockage to the two collectors in the area. He said all concerned stall owners will be served contravention and abatement notices, while the ministry officials will come back to monitor the level of compliance after 48 hours. Wahab mentioned that the enforcement of the ban on styrofoam is still ongoing across the state, stressing that the enforcement team had recorded 92% compliance in regard to the ban and will continue to ramp up enforcement before the commencement of the next phase, which is the ban of single-use plastic. The Commissioner, in response to a resolution by the House of Assembly regarding stealing of manholes, noted that the Ministry of Environment and Water Resources and the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure are working together to address the issue. In furtherance of the inclusive governance of the Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration, the Lagos State Ministry of Information and Strategy is set to host a citizens engagement forum. The event, scheduled for Friday, 24th of January, offers a unique opportunity for Lagosians to engage with government officials, share concerns, and contribute to the decision-making process. The forum is also designed to foster dialogue and collaboration between the government and the citizens, ensuring that every voice is heard, thereby aligning with Governor Sanwo-Olu's Themes Plus agenda, which prioritizes inclusivity. This initiative aims to facilitate accurate and timely dissemination of information, promoting transparency, accountability, and good governance. The Minister of Waterfront Infrastructure Development, MWID, has flagged off its first ever Walk for Life exercise, a bi-weekly initiative aimed at promoting health and wellness among its workforce. The fitness exercise, organized by the Permanent Secretary, Yola Diagno, further reiterated her belief that a healthy workforce is a productive and dedicated one. Speaking at the kickoff point, Alino emphasized the importance of maintaining physical and mental well-being to ensure improved service delivery within the ministry. The event witnessed enthusiastic participation from directors to officers and staff members, reflecting MWID's commitment to fostering a culture of well-being and teamwork. The Lagos State Traffic Management Authority last month has inducted Tutor General Education District 4, Olusegun Oshinake, as a special traffic mayor. Speaking at a brief event held in his office, Oshinake expressed gratitude to Governor Sanwo-Olu for prioritizing traffic management and transportation, in his administration's Themes Plus agenda. Oshinaka also thanked the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Transportation, Walimusa, and the General Manager of LASMA, Olaliko Bakayuki, for their honor. He assured that Education District 4 will collaborate with LASMA to ensure effective traffic management and compliance. The Petroleum Products Retail Outlets Owners Association of Nigeria, Petroan, has called on Ogoni youths to support the resumption of oil production in Ogoni land. The body made the call in a statement made by its National Public Relations Officer, Joseph Obule, following a meeting between President Bola Tinubu and Ogoni delegates in Abuja earlier in the week. To ensure that the concerns of all stakeholders are addressed, Petroan suggested that the Ogoni delegates organize town hall meetings in all 4 local government areas in Ogoni land. The association said these meetings will provide platforms for wider consultations and gather thoughts from various groups, including scholars, farmers, elders, women, and youths. According to Petroan, the resumption of oil production is sacrosanct, but the concerns should be participation, equity, empowerment, employment, environmental protection, and compensations for damage. Now to the rest of the stories. The federal government, through the Central Resource Delivery Coordination Unit, has urged the Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development and the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority to revisit a draft policy proposing stricter sanctions on airlines for the increasing number of flight delays and cancellations across the country. Special Advisor to the President on Policy and Coordination and head of the CRDCU, Hadiza Bala Usman, made this recommendation during a performance assessment meeting held at the Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development in Abuja. Bala Usman emphasized the need for stronger measures to safeguard passengers from the inconveniences and financial losses caused by frequent flight disruptions. She also called for a review of the timeline to ensure quicker and more effective dispute resolution for passengers. In response, the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, commended the CRDCU for its diligence and pledged to address identified challenges. Keyamo assured that his ministry will intensify efforts to improve service delivery and uphold the highest standards in Nigeria's aviation sector. Minister of Power Adebayo Adelabu has reassured Nigerians of his commitment to delivering a stable electricity supply, stating that efforts are ongoing to improve the country's power infrastructure. Adelabu also addressed misconceptions surrounding the 8 billion naira allocation in the Ministry of Power's 2025 budget, clarifying that the funds are earmarked for advocacy against vandalism, education, enlightenment, and deploying technology to safeguard power infrastructure, not for sensitizing citizens to pay electricity bills. The minister came under fire on social media following claims that the ministry was spending 8 billion naira on electricity bill awareness, dismissed the reports as unfounded. He explained that the ministry's focus is on combating the growing menace of vandalism, which has severely disrupted power supply in many parts of the country. Wife of the President and National Chairman of the Renewed Hope Initiative, RHI, Oluremi Tinubu, says government will continue to pursue policies and programs aimed at making life better for Nigerians. Mrs. Tinubu stated this in Benin, Edo State, during the distribution of essential food items to vulnerable groups under the food outreach programs of the Renewed Hope Initiative, RHI, under its social investment scope. Represented by the wife of the Vice President and the National Vice President of the RHI, Nana Shetima, Mrs. Tinubu pointed out that the food supplies were made possible by an anonymous public-spirited company and also the Abdul Samad Rabiu Africa Initiative, who are committed to supply food items on a monthly basis to RHI for onward distribution to Nigerians. The wife of the president appealed to beneficiaries not to sell the food items as they are intended to support their families. In his remarks, Governor of Edo State, Monday Okpebolo, expressed gratitude to Mrs. Tinubu for her relentless efforts geared towards supporting vulnerable groups. And now to foreign news. A new fast-moving wildfire has erupted in Los Angeles County, prompting tens of thousands of people to evacuate a region already reeling from the most destructive fires in its history. The Hughes fire ignited 45 miles northwest of the city of Los Angeles on Wednesday morning near Castaic Lake in a mountainous area that borders several residential areas and schools. It grew to more than 10,000 acres in several hours on Wednesday, fueled by winds and dry brush. Local news showed residents near the Hughes fire hosing down their homes and gardens with water and others rushing to evacuate. No homes or businesses have been damaged, and officials expressed confidence about getting it under control. Now sports. Nigerian forward Taiwo Awoniyi has dismissed reports that he is looking to leave Nottingham Forest this month. Awoniyi has played second fiddle to New Zealand's Chris Wood in Forest attack this season. The Nigerian international has started just one league game so far this term. Reacting to the report, the 27-year-old said transfers are part of football and there will always be speculation, but his focus is entirely on Nottingham Forest. According to Awoniyi, Nottingham is a team with a lot of potential and he wants to be there to help achieve something special. And that's all for the news at 6. Remember to always wear your seatbelt when driving. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. On X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that under the Sanwo-Olu administration, 100 double dyno bins were locally assembled for the use of Lagos Waste Management Agency, LOMA? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Government has issued a 48-hour ultimatum to traders operating under Akan Bridge and traders operating on the drainage setbacks on Lagos Island to vacate preparatory to the commencement of urban regeneration of the area. The federal government, through Central Results Delivery Coordination Unit, has urged the Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development and the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority to revisit a draft policy proposing stricter sanctions on airlines for the increasing number of flight delays and cancellations across the country. We also told you that a new fast-moving wildfire has erupted in Los Angeles County, prompting tens of thousands of people to evacuate a region already reeling from the most destructive fires in its history. And in sports, Nigerian forward Taiwo Awoniyi has dismissed reports he is looking to leave Nottingham Forest this month. For contacts with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Oluworoku. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please